Have I ever been caught masturbating?
Have I ever been caught masturbating?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I have?
Yeah. A few times.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
No, I haven't.
Have I ever been caught masturbating? Absolutely, yes.
We were all walked in on by our parents, right? Now, like, I wouldn't get caught because, like, just do it out in the open.
You're gonna get caught, and then eventually, like, as you improve your masturbatory skills, like you get toys, you get add-ons, and just different things. There's more things to get caught with. Yeah, it's really awkward. Just sweating, palm sweating. Don't want to have that conversation.
Have I ever been caught masturbating? I've been caught masturbating when I've been in like relationships or whatever, and they clearly didn't get me to orgasm, so I just went and masturbated. So yeah, I've been caught, but I didn't stop. It wasn't like, oh, I'm scared. I just kept going. I was like, screw you.
Oh, absolutely. I've been caught masturbating, and I'm pretty vocal about it. I feel like that is a lot of the allure. I feel like telling your partner or telling someone or even just having them catch you in the act of masturbating is really hot.
Yeah, my husband was booked for like a whole bunch of scenes in a row, so we couldn't have sex. It's very common for guys in porn when they're working, they can't waste their jizz at night. I mean, I know every male performer has their own system. The professional thing to do is to save your jizz for set and to save your energy for set too. So you can't be like banging all night long and then go to set the next day and then give a really good performance. He started to feel like, okay, well, let's see what we can do. So he like went down on me and I like sucked his dick for like a little while, and then we kind of just like had to stop because like we couldn't like work up to the point of jizz. So it was almost just like a tease. So I thought it would be enough, but it wasn't enough. So I used my vibrator in the middle of the night and then he woke up.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely have been caught masturbating. Although usually I've been caught masturbating by partners, and that's just fun. You know, sometimes you masturbate like in a way that you know you're gonna get caught. You just care a little less about where you're doing it. Maybe you do it on the patio, maybe you do it on the couch, maybe you diddle a little bit. You diddle yourself a little bit when with the door open or something. Yeah. And then you can have sex. It's great. That's my favorite way to get caught masturbating.
I'll tell you a story. I used to get really stressed out and worked up really easily, and one of the things that I just could not handle was really bad traffic. And so one of the ways that I would deal with myself in traffic is to sit in the car and masturbate until it cleared up. And there was one specific time that I was like rubbing one out in the car while I was driving, like clothes, just over my clothes, just like calming myself down. And this trucker was in a huge semi truck next to me, and he like pulls up next to me and he can see down into the car what I'm doing. And he just starts cheering. He's like, yeah, this is what it is, bro.
My mom caught me once, but I was kind of like hiding behind like a pile of blankets. That was very embarrassing. She got over there pretty quickly. We didn't talk about it. We never talked about anything sex related, so there was no conversation.
It was like an after the fact thing, like I know what you were doing kind of deal. But I've never had anybody like walk in on me and like interrupt it. So that's good so far. There's still time, I guess.
I have, but I don't think anyone spoke up, but I think the quietness of like, so you were kind of up late last night watching TV, huh?
Yes, and it was horrible. I used to live in like this townhouse apartment, and I had a roommate, and the roommate had a girlfriend that wasn't supposed to live there, but she like never left and basically lived there rent-free. And at the time, we only had one computer, and the computer was downstairs. Every day, usually, she would take him to work, and then she would go to work, and she would be gone. So that's when I would go downstairs and like jerk off. And one day, she went to go drop him off at work, but she came back. And so she just like busted in the living room, and I'm, dildoing the fuck out of myself and going at it. And she opens the door and is just standing there like, like shocked with the door wide open, you know, and I live in a complex and there are like children and people, you know, all around, and she's just standing there with the door open. She doesn't know what to do, and I'm like, shut the door. And she like, you know, like slams the door and comes in and like runs up the stairs, and I'm just like mortified. I'm shaking. I'm so embarrassed. And so eventually, you know, I ended up like going up and knocking on the door and asking her for a cigarette, and basically just like shaking, like smoking, you know, and just being like, I'm sorry that you had to see that. I think we were like a little bit closer after that. You kind of have to be after you've seen something like that.
When I was a teenager, I got caught, and I just remember my parents walking in, or my mom walked in, and she was like, oh my God, what are you doing? I was like, what's the big deal? Why am I in trouble? I don't understand. And my mom flipped out. She lost